Hello, YouTube. I am back. I was sick for a while and it was chaotic. I got sick, my son got sick, and then my daughter got sick, and then my husband got sick, and then we were all sick, and I literally had no voice. And oh, um, that being said, being sick, I didn't really do anything. I didn't even do diamond painting or read anything. I was just too sick to do anything. Um, but I did check out a couple of books from the library, which I will be discussing here soon. And then I also wanted to talk about a few books that are on my Kindle that I got through Kindle Unlimited. So if you have Kindle Unlimited, you can definitely read these. But yeah, so I've got so much stuff right here in front of me. I'm so glad to be back. I'm so glad to be better. My birthday is in 2 days. It's this Thursday. I can't wait. We will be celebrating it on Saturday. And I plan on doing a birthday haul video. So I'm really excited for that one. So let's go ahead and continue with this video. The first book that I picked up from the library is a young adult book called My Side of the Mountain by Jean Craighead George. That's this book here. It's not too short. It's actually book one of a trilogy. And as you can see, it did get an award. This book was written in the 1950s, I believe. What exactly? 1959, a year after my mom was born. And it's about this young boy, Sam Gribley, who basically lives in New York. He runs away, and he decides to he decides to live in the mountains called Catskill Mountain Wilderness. It's like a woodsy area in the mountains in New York. And I'm sorry if I keep looking over to my right. I noticed there's a diamond bead from my diamond painting on top of the other book, which I'm not too sure how that got there. I mean, they just appear everywhere. Anyway, basically, him living out in the forest and how he survives, and he talks about befriending two animals, one being a weasel and the other one being a hawk. And the hawk helps him to hunt food. I got interested in this book because I found out my son is actually reading this book in school, and the synopsis sounded pretty interesting. You know, I've been trying to expand my reading genres a bit more, but I think I've been picking to do that the wrong time because I know I mentioned in my last video I've been in a humongous reading slump. I don't know what it is. It's like I just can't get into anything that I pick up. So I think I might have an idea. But I'll mention that towards the end of this video. So anyway, I did start reading this book, and I just can't get into the writing. I don't know if it's because of my reading slump that I'm stuck in, or I just don't like the writing style. The reason for it, the problem that I'm having, is Sam Gribley is supposed to be a 15-year-old boy. Okay. But the way the story is being written is if a boy between the ages of 5 and 8 are writing this book. So it's like you're reading the point of view of a child instead of an actual teenager, and it's just really, really throwing me off, and not in a good way. I don't think I'm gonna continue reading this one because of that. So this one might be a DNF, but I've heard a lot of good reviews about this book, and a lot of people have read this, when they were in school. So I don't know, maybe I'll pick it up again later if I get into the mood again, give it another chance. But yeah, My Side of the Mountain. The other book that I picked up from the library, it's actually a 2-book in one. It is, and both books are written by Jack London, and that's The Call of the Wild and White Fang. And I'm really liking this cover of this one. It's got the, foiled pages. It's got, the brown on the inside. But the reason why I grabbed this book was mainly because of the story White Fang. So, what happened was I was talking to my husband about the book My Side of the Mountain, and when I explained to him what that book was about, to him, based on what it sounded, it reminded him of a book he had to read when he was in school called White Fang. And that how it was very similar. But instead of saying White Fang, he kept confusing it with another book that was called The Call of the Wild, which is, again, very similar to My Side of the Mountain. But instead of a boy, you're reading the story of a dog, and that one is a little bit more brutal from what I've read with the synopsis of it. So when I went to the library, I was going to get White Fang. The library said they had White Fang. So when I got to the library and I went to the shelf where it was, it just so happened to be together with The Call of the Wild. I have not started this book yet, but I plan to see how it goes since it's so similar to, the other story. Maybe it'll be a little bit better for me. I'll see. If not, then maybe this genre is just not for me at this time. I don't know. But I really want to give this one a try. Now, that being said, there's a couple of books I do have on my Kindle Unlimited that I haven't gotten around to for whatever reason that I really want to get through. I do have a total of 9 books on my Kindle through Kindle Unlimited right now, but I only want to talk about 3 and then explain what my idea trying to help get me out of this reading slump and get back into reading other genres is well, let's go over these books on my Kindle first, and then we'll get into that. And I keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So we're not going to do that. So the first book that's on my Kindle that I got from Kindle Unlimited is, what the heck? I just had it on here, and there we go. There we go. I must have tapped something. Is The Crash by Frida McFadden. This is her newest book that just came out, and so I was really excited to read it. All of Frida McFadden books are on Kindle Unlimited, so that's really good if you have Kindle. Good Lord Almighty. If you have Kindle Unlimited, or if you have a friend or a family member that has Kindle Unlimited, and they'll let you borrow their account for their Kindle app, I highly recommend you reading her books. I've read, was it Never? Is it called Never Tell or Never After? I think it's Never Tell. I read part of The Housemaid. I haven't finished that one yet. But based on those two alone, I did read The Boyfriend. Based on those, so far every Frida McFadden book I've picked up so far and read, I've thoroughly enjoyed. She's a psychological thriller writer. She does an amazing job. Her writing style is awesome. I highly, highly, highly recommend her. Now, the book The Crash is basically about a woman named Tegan. She's 8 months pregnant, and she's running away from something. Don't know what it is yet. The way they say it is she's running from a nightmare. And she gets on the road. Her plan is to stay with her brother until she can figure out her next move. However, she doesn't realize that getting on the road at this particular time is causing her to head into a blizzard, which then she never arrives at her destination because of said blizzard, and she becomes stranded, and things happen to her. And, while she's left stranded, she realizes she might actually be in some serious danger. So, yeah, I mean, reading that, it sounds really interesting, and being that it's from, one of my new favorite thriller authors, I was like, yeah, we're gonna read that. I do plan on reading the rest of her books. But I think how I want to do that, once I finish reading The Crash, is go through her list of books, and the ones that have the highest Goodreads ratings will be the ones that I read first. This is what I'm thinking. But that's just me. It might change, I don't know. The other book that I have on my Kindle right now is, if I can spell, is called The Healer's Apprentice by Melanie Dickerson. This is a Christian princess retelling. I don't remember which fairy tale it's retelling. It doesn't really say here, but if you've read this book or you know about this book and you know which story this is a retelling of, let me know. Comment below. But this is the cover. There we go. Now, I've been hearing a lot about Melanie Dickerson. She is a Christian writer. In this particular series called, I want to say it's called Hagenheim. And I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Which is a fairy tale retelling, a Christian fairy tale retelling. Has been super, super popular. I've been wanting to start this series for quite a few years, and I never got around to it because my library never had her books for some reason where I lived in Florida. And then when I moved here to Indiana, they have some of her books, but they didn't have this particular one, which was book 1 of the series that I wanted to read. And on the Libby app, there's like a several week wait to read the book, and I was like, I don't want to wait that long. And then I saw that it was available on Kindle Unlimited, and I was like, oh, great, yes, I can finally read it. Wow! So I added it. Still haven't read it. I want to. I really do. I plan to. But yeah, I mean, I definitely will. from what I've been told about Melanie Dickerson about this series is there is a lot of faith content throughout this series. I'll go ahead and read the summary for this one, just because it is not too long. It says, 2 hearts, 1 hope. Rose has been appointed as a healer's apprentice at Hagenheim Castle, a rare opportunity for a woodcutter's daughter like her. While she often feels uneasy at the sight of blood, Rose is determined to prove herself capable. Failure will mean returning home to marry the aging bachelor her mother has chosen for her, a bloated, disgusting merchant who makes Rose feel ill. When Lord Hamlin, the future Duke, is injured, it is Rose who must tend to him. As she works to heal his wound, she begins to understand emotions she's never felt before, and wonders if he feels the same. But falling in love is forbidden, as Lord Hamlin is betrothed to a mysterious young woman in hiding. As Rose's life spins toward confusion, she must take the first steps on a journey to discover her own destiny. And it's a very short book. There's only 272 pages. So, that's really cool. It sounds interesting. I mean, her name is Rose, so I'm thinking maybe Beauty and the Beast, but that summary doesn't really scream Beauty and the Beast other than her name being Rose. So that might be like way off. But yeah. And the other book that I wanted to talk about, it's on my Kindle Unlimited, is called, I can't spell. The Princess Companion. There it is. And this author, her name is Melanie Sellier. From what I've heard and was told, she's not a Christian writer per se, but she is a clean fiction writer, and she's also she's got a huge series thing of princess retellings. There's like different series that are all kind of connected, and this is the first of all those, and the series is called The Four Kingdoms. And this is book 1, The Princess Companion, and this one is a retelling of The Princess and the Pea, which I've never read. So I don't know if I should read The Princess and the Pea before reading this. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know down below if I should or not. But a YouTuber that I befriended and I watch her videos a lot. Her name is Lindsay. And she has raved about this author and this series on her YouTube account so many times. She binge read the entire series and loved it. She's got her own reviews on her Goodreads, her YouTube channel is Books for Christian Girls, I believe. Yeah, BFCG. Her videos are really great. I highly recommend you watch them. If you like, historical fiction, clean fiction, Christian fiction, she's got a lot there. But I'll show you the picture. I just realized I didn't show you the picture. That's the cover. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. I love staring at the cover. It is pretty. So I'll go ahead and I'll read the summary for this one, because once again, it is kind of short. It is retelling the Princess and the Pea. Okay. One dark and stormy night, lost and alone, Alyssa finds herself knocking on the door of a castle. After a lifetime spent in the deep forest, Alyssa has no idea what to expect on the other side. What she finds is 2 unruly young princesses and 1 very handsome prince. When Alyssa accepts the job of Princess Companion, she knows her life will change. What she doesn't know is that the royal family is about to be swept up in an unexpected danger and intrigue, and that she just might be the only thing standing between her kingdom and destruction. This retelling of the classic fairy tale, The Princess and the Pea, reimagines the risk and rewards that come when one royal family goes searching for a true princess. Danger and romance await a woodcutter's daughter in a royal palace. Wait a minute. Woodcutter's daughter. So then the Healer's Apprentice book, I think I just realized that's another Princess and the Pea retelling. Now this book is a little bit thicker than Millennium Dickerson's. It's 334 pages. Still not bad. So I definitely plan to read those. So my idea, trying to break me out of this reading slump, is I'm going to start out reading The Crash by Frida McFadden. Hopefully that breaks me out of my reading slump completely, and then I will possibly dive into this book in between reading The Crash, see if I like it or not. And then kind of go from there. Because I know I've mentioned in a video before that I definitely want to do a marathon of Frida McFadden books. Like, I definitely do want to do that. I still plan on doing that. Yeah. So I just gotta figure out when and how I'm gonna do that. This Saturday, my library is doing a book sale. My goal is to go there with my daughter to the book sale. It all depends on financially if we'll be able to afford it to go. And I do plan on making a video there to show you, not at the book sale, but when I get home, basically show you my little haul of what I was able to get at the book sale. I might put it all together as my birthday haul, because technically that day we're actually celebrating my birthday, which is why we're going to that book sale, as part of my birthday. But we'll see. I know I have a box coming in the mail containing a possible birthday present. It's supposed to be coming on my birthday. I don't know what it is. It's coming from my mom. Shout out to Mom. Love you. But yeah, so I can't wait. So I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to comment below if if you have any other books that you like to mention that I didn't mention in this video that you think I would enjoy, or if you have any thoughts about the books that I've mentioned. And don't forget to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell down below. And yeah, take care. Bye, guys.